Camera, lights, sound, doggy, two doggies because they heard the bag. Huh. Okay, lock in. Don't whine at me. It's not for you. It's bread and butter pickle chips. Oh, okay. Action. Hi, this is Duncan, and I do have dogs running in and out of here because they heard me crinkle the bag. Surprise, surprise. Let's get into this. We're reviewing bread and butter pickles from HEB. Bread and butter pickle chips, wavy potato chips from HEB. Will they be good or not? What will they rate? Let's find out together. Ooh, I can hear them sloshing. This is a heavy bag. 9 ounces of potato, wavy potato. Oof. Oof. Dill pickle is what I smell. I don't smell bread and butter. I smell dill. And oh, it was a big punch of it. Oh. I do like dill, but I don't want to be punched in the face by dill. Ooh, that just smells dilly. That just smells like dill. I guess we'll give it a shot. I'm not optimistic after smelling it. Let's let y'all look at it. I mean, you can see we've got some seasoning on there, some decent seasoning, some nice waviness. Look at one of these chips. We've got some good seasoning on there. Does it look like the picture? Kind of. It could use some more seasoning, right? But what are you going to do? All right. Oh, I don't know. It says it's sweet and spicy. We'll find out. Okay, number one, not a bread and butter pickle. Now I'm getting that dill flavor. Not a bread and butter pickle. Not any sweetness at all, as a matter of fact. And bread and butter pickle is a sweet pickle, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding, I've eaten bread and butter pickles for a long time. I love all pickles. I've never had a bad pickle. Bread and butter pickles, dill pickles, jalapeno pickles, like all sorts of pickles. Mango, habanero pickles. Let's try this again. That looks more like the picture. Look at that. That's great marketing right there, right? Now that one had a little more sweetness. And the heat is maybe like a 0.5 out of 10. The heat is almost non-existent. So if they're calling it spicy, I almost think that's a fabrication. It's always a challenge to rate these kinds of things because what do you compare this to? A bread and butter pickle? Do I just rate it on its own? But see, it's advertising as a bread and butter pickle. So I think you have to weigh that in, right? Now, these were inexpensive. I did get these. This one was free if I bought a HEB 12 pack of soda. So I mean, do I factor that in? That it was essentially free when I bought a 12 pack of soda? Eh, the chips are normally like $1.79 or something like that. That's a decent deal for a dill. That's a decent dill for a bag of chips, I think, to throw on the side of a burger or a sandwich or a hot dog or just to eat with some dip. I will say the flavor would complement a nice ranch dip or like a blue cheese dip or even hummus. I could see that dill flavor going well together, but let me try a couple more because there's a sweetness. I want to see how consistent that sweetness is. See, that one had sweetness there, sweetness and a little extra heat, like a 1 out of 10 heat. Maybe the heat is building as I have them. I am tasting dill. I'm tasting a forward dill flavor. I'm not tasting that sweetness that should come out, and I'm tasting heat. It's kind of a hot mess of a chip, but here's the thing. If it weren't branded as a bread and butter pickle, I actually like this just as a spicy dill with a little sweetness. I actually think this flavor combination is better than some of the other dill products that I've tried, like the dill pickle goldfish or like the dill pickle, the pickle balls, right? So it's very confusing. How much weight do I put in the fact that they called it a bread and butter? And then they even put like a bread and butter style. Look at these. These are bread and butter in the picture. These are bread and butter. This is a bread and butter jar of pickles. They're wavy cut. These are absolutely bread and butter style pickles. So they're not mistaken. They are going for a certain thing. It's frustrating, is what it is, because it's mislabeled, but they're good. I like the heat. The heat is building. I'm just very conflicted, and I feel like that has to affect the score. But but I would absolutely eat these. I would absolutely eat these. That's my problem. Oh, I hate when this happens. It's gotta be 7.65. And that's because you can't call it a bread and butter pickle and then not deliver at least some sort of consistency in a bread and butter flavor. And it's very dill forward. 7.65. That's my verdict. And I feel like they needed to do better. It's a hot mess, but it's a delicious hot mess. It's kind of like that hot chicks it's that hot chick that friend zoned you, that y'all did some hand stuff, but not to completion. And she regretted it, but casually regretted it and still wants to stay friends. But all you can think about is how you got half a hand job one day and you thought you were going to get a full hand job, right? And you're not pressuring her. There's no pressure for a future hand job or anything. But hey, let me tell you how layaway works at a store. Layaway, you got an item that costs $50, you put $25 down, and they give you X amount of months to pay it off. This has been Duncan. That was my review on the HEB bread and butter pickle chips. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Farmer of the Dell, what's that smell? Who can tell? Until next time, this has been Duncan. I'll see you later. Bye. Cut. Cut.